Heinrich Himmler, the architect of Nazi Germany's terror apparatus, was born in 1900 into a conservative, middle-class Bavarian family. His father, Gerhard Himmler, was a strict schoolmaster, and his mother, Anna Maria Himmler, was a devout Catholic. The family upheld traditional values, and young Heinrich was expected to follow a disciplined and structured path. A seemingly unremarkable child, Heinrich was diligent in his studies and showed an early interest in history and religion. However, it was during the World War I that his life began to take a significant turn. The war's impact on Germany and the fervent nationalism it stirred deeply influenced him. He became captivated by tales of heroism and sacrifice, and this period marked the beginning of his intense nationalist sentiments. Despite his desire to serve in the military, poor health prevented him from seeing combat. He was plagued by chronic stomach issues and other ailments, which kept him from fulfilling his dream of becoming a war hero. This inability to participate in the war effort left him feeling inadequate and frustrated, a sentiment that would later fuel his ambitions. This frustration festered, leaving Himmler yearning for a chance to prove his worth to the German nation. The post-war period was a time of great turmoil and instability in Germany. The Treaty of Versailles had left the country humiliated and economically crippled, and many Germans, including Himmler, were searching for a way to restore their nation's pride and power. Following the war, Himmler joined the burgeoning far-right political scene, attracted to its message of national revival and anti-Semitism. He became involved with various nationalist and paramilitary groups, seeking a sense of purpose and belonging. The far right's promises of a restored and purified Germany resonated deeply with him. He joined the Nazi Party in 1923 and quickly rose through the ranks, drawn to its ideology of racial purity and Aryan supremacy. Himmler was particularly influenced by the party's charismatic leader, Adolf Hitler, whose vision for Germany's future aligned with his own beliefs. His dedication and organizational skills made him a valuable asset to the party. His organizational skills and ruthless ambition did not go unnoticed by Adolf Hitler, who saw in Himmler a loyal and effective operator. Himmler's ability to manage and expand the party's paramilitary wing, the Schutzstaffel or SS, impressed Hitler. He was seen as someone who could be trusted to carry out the party's most critical and clandestine operations. In 1929, at the age of 29, Himmler was appointed Reichsführer SS, the head of the Schutzstaffel, a small but growing paramilitary organization within the Nazi Party. Under his leadership, the SS would undergo a dramatic transformation. Himmler envisioned the SS as an elite force dedicated to the Nazi ideology and loyal only to Hitler. This appointment would prove fateful not just for Himmler, but for the entire world. He began to expand the SS's role, turning it into a powerful and feared organization. The SS became instrumental in enforcing Nazi policies, including the persecution and extermination of Jews and other groups deemed undesirable by the regime. With Hitler's backing, he would transform the SS from a mere bodyguard unit into a powerful instrument of terror and genocide. Himmler's meticulous planning and ruthless execution of Nazi policies would leave an indelible mark on history, making him one of the most infamous figures of the 20th century. The SS, initially conceived as Hitler's personal bodyguard unit, was small and relatively insignificant in the early days of the Nazi Party. It was formed in 1925, primarily to provide security for Hitler during his public appearances and to protect him from potential threats. At this stage, the SS was merely a subset of the larger Sturmabteilung, SA, the Nazi Party's paramilitary wing, and it did not have a distinct identity or significant influence within the party. However, Heinrich Himmler, who became the head of the SS in 1929, saw its potential as an elite force loyal solely to him and Hitler. Himmler was a fervent believer in the Nazi ideology and was determined to transform the SS into a powerful and influential organization. He recognized that the SS could play a crucial role in consolidating Hitler's power and advancing the party's goals. Himmler envisioned an organization that would embody the Nazi ideal of Aryan supremacy, its members selected and trained according to strict racial and ideological criteria. He believed that the SS should be composed of individuals who were not only physically fit and capable, but also ideologically aligned with the Nazi worldview. To achieve this, Himmler implemented a rigorous selection process that included background checks, physical examinations, and ideological indoctrination. Himmler implemented rigorous standards for membership, emphasizing physical prowess, racial purity, and unwavering loyalty to the Nazi cause. Prospective SS members were required to prove their Aryan ancestry and demonstrate their commitment to the party's ideals. Once accepted, they underwent extensive training that included physical conditioning, military drills, and ideological education. This training was designed to instill discipline, loyalty, and a sense of superiority in the recruits. He established the SS as a separate entity from the more established Sturmabteilung, the Nazi Party's street fighting wing. This separation allowed the SS to develop its own identity and operate independently of the SA, which was often seen as unruly and undisciplined. By distancing the SS from the SA, Himmler was able to create a more cohesive and controlled organization that was directly answerable to him and Hitler. This separation proved crucial in allowing Himmler to develop the SS independently and avoid the internal rivalries that plagued the SA. The SA, led by Ernst Röhm, was known for its internal conflicts and power struggles, which often undermined its effectiveness. By contrast, the SS, under Himmler's strict leadership, was able to maintain a unified and disciplined structure, free from the factionalism that characterized the SA. Under Himmler's leadership, the SS grew rapidly, attracting ambitious young men eager to serve the Nazi regime. The promise of power, prestige, and a sense of belonging drew many to the organization. Himmler actively recruited individuals who were not only physically fit but also ideologically committed to the Nazi cause. He sought to create an elite corps that would be the vanguard of the Nazi revolution. He cultivated a culture of obedience and brutality within the organization, instilling in its members a fanatical devotion to Hitler and the Nazi ideology. The SS training programs were designed to break down individual will and create a collective identity centered around absolute loyalty to the Führer. This indoctrination was reinforced through constant propaganda, rituals, and a hierarchical structure that rewarded loyalty and punished dissent. The SS soon became feared for its ruthlessness, effectively silencing any dissent within the party and terrorizing the German population. Its members were involved in a wide range of activities, from intelligence gathering and security operations to the enforcement of Nazi policies and the suppression of opposition. The SS's reputation for brutality and efficiency made it a key instrument of Nazi control, both within Germany and in the territories occupied during World War II. As Hitler consolidated his power in Germany, the SS played an increasingly prominent role in suppressing opposition and eliminating rivals. The SS, or Schutzstaffel, initially started as a small paramilitary unit but quickly grew in size and influence under the leadership of Heinrich Himmler. Their primary role was to serve as Hitler's personal bodyguards, but their responsibilities expanded significantly as the Nazi regime tightened its grip on Germany. One of the most significant events in the SS's rise to power was the Night of the Long Knives in 1934. This event marked a turning point in the Nazi consolidation of power, as it allowed Hitler to eliminate potential threats within his own party and solidify his control over the German state. This purge, orchestrated by Hitler and Himmler, targeted the leadership of the SA, or Sturmabteilung, which had become too powerful and independent for Hitler's liking. The SA, led by Ernst Röhm, had been instrumental in Hitler's rise to power, but its growing influence and Röhm's ambitions posed a threat to Hitler's dominance. Röhm envisioned the SA as a revolutionary army that would replace the traditional German military, a vision that clashed with Hitler's plans. Over the course of several days, the SS, along with the Gestapo, the Nazi secret police, rounded up and executed hundreds of SA leaders, including Ernst Röhm, the SA's chief of staff and a potential rival to Hitler. The purge was brutal and swift, with many SA members being arrested and summarily executed without trial. This violent crackdown sent a clear message to any potential dissenters within the Nazi Party and the broader German society. The Night of the Long Knives effectively decapitated the SA, eliminating it as a threat to Hitler's authority and cementing the SS's position as the regime's primary instrument of terror. The SA was significantly weakened, and its remaining members were absorbed into the SS or other Nazi organizations. This power shift allowed the SS to expand its influence and control over various aspects of German life. This event demonstrated the SS's ruthlessness and its unwavering loyalty to Hitler. Under Himmler's leadership, the SS became known for its strict discipline, ideological fanaticism, and brutal efficiency. The SS's actions during the Night of the Long Knives showcased their willingness to carry out Hitler's orders without question, no matter how violent or ruthless. It also highlighted the organization's growing influence within the Nazi regime. The SS began to infiltrate various government institutions, taking on roles that extended beyond their initial security functions. They became involved in intelligence, policing, and even the administration of occupied territories during World War II. With the SA out of the picture, the SS assumed control over all police forces in Germany, further consolidating its power and setting the stage for its role in the horrors to come. The SS's control over the police allowed them to enforce Nazi policies with brutal efficiency, leading to widespread repression and the eventual implementation of the Holocaust. The Night of the Long Knives was a crucial step in the SS's transformation from a paramilitary unit to one of the most feared and powerful organizations in Nazi Germany. Heinrich Himmler was not merely a technocrat of terror, he was a true believer in Nazi ideology. He saw himself as a guardian of racial purity, tasked with protecting the Aryan race from perceived threats. Under his leadership, the SS became the embodiment of this twisted worldview, responsible for implementing some of the regime's most horrific policies. Himmler was obsessed with the idea of creating a racially pure master race. He oversaw the creation of the Lebensborn program, which aimed to increase the birth rate of Aryan children, and he played a central role in the development of the Nazis' eugenics program, which sought to eliminate those deemed unfit from German society. Furthermore, Himmler was instrumental in shaping the Nazis' anti-Semitic agenda. He viewed Jews as a parasitic race that threatened the purity of the Aryan bloodline. He played a key role in the implementation of the Nuremberg laws, which stripped Jews of their citizenship and paved the way for the Holocaust.